Okay, so let us begin with the session where from the previous sessions we have been understanding how how Python as a language, Python as a language is useful basically in data analytics field. Let's say write it like this. Data analytics field, how it has been very much essential, very much important. For that we have actually learned this Python language because in data analytics field, as a role over here, which is Python plays a very essential and important role because of having lots of libraries. Okay, lots of libraries it has, which is specifically created for providing different functions, for providing different modules, libraries, modules, sub modules, and inside that there would be different functions which you will apply on your further, let's say, data set, and then we will work on it. Now, majorly, there could be names which will be on a repetitive basis. You will be hearing it again and again. So those libraries are pandas. You might have already heard pandas, numpy, matplotlib, and seaborn, seaborn, then scipy, mm, what will this apply? Scikit-learn, sklearn, then feature engineering is also there. Feature engine, feature engine, uh, feature engine. Let me confirm the exact name because I don't want to give you a wrong name. Then again, mm, stats model. And there are n number of them, so it will be going on increasingly. Now, basically, what we are concerned over here is to use some of those libraries because these are not only libraries which are used for data analytical purpose, but also used for data scientist role as also, where you will apply machine algorithms also. As of now, we are not interested in that particular thing, or not. Let's say now we are not pursuing for that reason, for that particular thing. So we are not going to, let's say, understand those roles or those particular libraries. But anyhow, most of the libraries which are frequently used as a data analyst, okay, those are pandas, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn. Anyhow, these are the things that we usually use it. Then also there is something called, let's say, again, Winsorizer, there we use it. It's one of a module which is we using. Then outlier is also in pandas, missing values. Okay. Now all those libraries that we have talked, it's yet very few of them, but yes, those we are used. Now basically all of them has a specific role in their, let's say, in their presence. They have their specific roles. Whenever we call them, whenever they are present, they have their specific roles. If we talk about pandas, it one I will here. This. When we talk about pandas, talk about pandas. Pandas is specifically responsible for data manipulation. Now, what do you mean by data manipulation? Does it mean that it will manipulate the data? Yes, obviously it manipulate over here. This term is regarding editing part. Manipulating in our general language is very different scenario, which we do not use on anyone, because manipulating something is means like we are, let's say, changing its thoughts, isn't it? We are not concerned about the thoughts. Over here, this manipulation is regarding what changes do you need to make in your data set. For example, you need to rename the column. Yes, that is one of a manipulation. That is one of editing only. You need to choose specific columns. Okay, specific features. Let's say column selection. Column selection that can be done. Let's say if you want to edit any particular record, any particular, you can do that, isn't it? So any kind of data manipulation inside the data, and it has to be in a format. Now you have already understood that there are different data structures. To work all those functions which are available in pandas, your data set, your data, see, in general way, you should always remember that our data should be in a structured manner. Structured manner means it will be in tabular format, where every column will have its own particular data defined headers, labels, isn't it? Now this data over here, it's in text, isn't it? It can be, now again, this can be CSV format, this can be Excel format, uh, it can be of any format over here. Now with this source or with this data what you are using over here, Pandas has different methods to extract, because it's simple logic if you understand. Whenever you search in your directory, whenever you go in your let's say particular folder, and when you're searching for CSV file, okay, any table which is created in CSV file, you specifically look for .csv format, isn't it? You look for specific for those files only. You will not say that this is Excel and this is what you are looking for to use as CSV. No, it is not. We have to use CSV. If anybody asks you to draw a PDF file or to create or to get one PDF file, you will never get the Excel file for his references. You will never get, isn't it? Because see, providing this Excel file and for the person who is actually asking for the PDF file will not suffice his requirement. It will not provide any result. So for that, Pandas also specifically works on any data frame which is available in our system, in our laptop, or wherever you are having a specific path. With after defining that path, you just have to make sure that you are calling that particular file with that extension. For example, let's say your file is xyz.csv, and if you are calling Panda from your local system, you will have to give the path. Path means C, like that it would be anywhere it is then, and the name of that file with its CSV format. What once you have that path, what you will give or what you will do is that you will use that path for the reference, and you will ask pandas over here, so pandas, okay, pandas read underscore CSV, my CSV file over here, and that CSV file which I have is given in this particular bracket in parenthesis. So what pandas will do, pandas will read this function. Now over here, this method what I have used is the exact method that we use. It is read underscore CSV file. This means that we are asking pandas using this read underscore CSV function. With this, we are saying that the details what I have provided in this particular path with that file name, this path. Make sure you go over there, read that file and convert it into pandas data frame. By default, whenever you're using this, whenever you're asking pandas to read any file, it will convert it into pandas data frame. Once we have converted the data into data frame, then you can use all those particular functions which are available in pandas, because list, for example, I'll take back to that. List has its own functions that you can apply on it. Tuple have their own functions you can apply on it. Set has their own functions. You cannot say that, okay, same option, let's say if there's one function which is available in set, I can use in tuple. No, you cannot say. If you are using a tuple functions in list, it will not be suffice. Or if you're saying that list, all functions which are available in list can be used in tuple, no, that cannot be. So every data structure have their own particular functions which you can use on them. Likewise, pandas data frame, which is referred as DF. In short form, it is known as DF. So whenever we talk about DF, it's simply we are saying that we are talking about the data frame that we have created based on our local data set, the path that we have given, that data frame will have different options to which we are working on. So pandas over here, pandas for CSV will give you this data frame. With this data frame, now you can work on different options, renaming it, selecting a particular column. All those can be simply implemented. Likewise, we'll understand how pandas work, NumPy work. So these are different libraries, different libraries. You will be going to lots of libraries over here. You'll have to understand lots of functions which are available in particular libraries. And also remember that whenever you are working on any function, okay, for example, let's say if I had to say read function, read underscore CSV function, whenever we are going to use this read underscore CSV function or read underscore Excel function. Now this is one of a function which is used with pandas. You have to understand that if I use this, when I open the parenthesis, the path that I'm giving over here should be written in a quote because it's a text for, is it a text format, text details. With that, now remember, most of the time, or there are lots of observations that I have made, that most of the time, whenever we are pasting the file path, let me write it in this way. I'll read it like this. File path. Whenever we are pasting over here the file path, what we do, we always, let's say, paste by copying something, by copying the path over the directory over there, isn't it? And most of the time we forgot to use that file. You're over here giving only the file path. You have to give plus file name, also plus its extension. Remember this. If you have these three details like X, Y, let's say for example, it is available in C, in XYZ folder, and in XYZ folder, I have filed something, let's say XYZ dot CSV. So path of your file, file name, and its extension. When these three inputs are given in this particular function, which is available in pandas, then you will obviously have a particular output, which will convert into a data frame. So remember that this has to be applied. Now, whenever we are going to use, you have to understand that what this read underscore CSV is used for. That means this is also one of the function in pandas. Likewise, we have understood print function. Print function is nothing but in print function, we can use different arguments. We can give different arguments in that. In same read CSV and Excel, so you can provide, by default it is one of this. But by default, what are other functions we can use in read CSV or Excel function that we can use in our way? You have to go through that also. Okay, that is something that I don't have to teach you. You can go over the documentation and then you will get over there. But that is of your part. My work over here will be teaching you how to use those functions, why we are using those functions, what are the advantages, and what specifically libraries will be used, and how we are going to perform data pre-processing. But other than that, the extra co-curricular activity that you have to work is that understanding functions, not only that I have taught, but also what is inside that and what are others alternatives. Yes, you have to go that. Then and only we can say that now you are a data analyst. Otherwise, it will be halfway only. Is it clear for everyone?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
the location
Yes.
which we are going to give in this file, is it already going to be a tabular format or comma separated value is something like
Both.
okay,
I will give
fine.
you in both ways, Excel also and CSV also, so you will understand, isn't it? That would be
Sure.
easy for us to understand. Yeah.
Okay.
See.
Sir, I have,
Hmm.
sir, means up till now we were using Jupyter notebook, and now
Mhm.
you have opened this Spider Python. So what's the reason behind it, means?
हाँ नथिंग, बस हमने जुपिटर नोटबुक बहुत यूज किया तो अभी स्पैडर भी समझ लेते हैं एनवायरनमेंट, क्योंकि
Okay,
दूसरा भी हमें जानना है ना, सो दैट्स वाई, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
okay,
अगर
okay.
आपको लगता है तो, अगर आपको मतलब, हाँ ये भी ध्यान रखना, दैट इज वेरी गुड पॉइंट जो आपने बताया, अच्छा वो याद आया। ऑल्सो ट्राई टू इम्प्लीमेंट दोज, लेट्स से कोड्स, दोज डेटा सेट्स टू, हाँ, ऑन गूगल कोलैब। ओके, गूगल कोलैब एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, ऑनलाइन है, अगेन सेम जुपिटर नोटबुक जैसा है। एडवांटेज ये है कि आपको वहाँ पे बहुत सारे लाइब्रेरीज प्री इंस्टॉल होंगे, वहाँ पे आपको करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, पिप इंस्टॉल वगैरह करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती। आप सिंपल अपना कोड लिखिए, वहाँ पे काम हो जाता है। ओके, सो गूगल कोलैब जरूर यूज कीजिए। उससे होगा क्या कि एक रेज्यूमे में आप ऐड कर सकते हो आपके कि यस आई हैव वर्कड ऑन सम ऑनलाइन टूल्स लाइक गूगल कोलैब विच यूजेस, बेसिकली वो बनाया है इसलिए गया है कि वहाँ पे बहुत सारे आप एनालिटिकल लाइब्रेरीज, डेटा साइंस लाइब्रेरीज यूज कर सको। ओके, सो मेक श्योर कि वो जरूर ऐड करें, इट विल बी वन ऑफ अ गुड पॉइंट इन योर रेज्यूमे। ओके, अच्छा गूगल कोलैब जाना कैसे है वो भी एक क्वेश्चन है। कुछ नहीं करना है, देखो आपको यहाँ पे आना है, गूगल कोलैब करके यहाँ पे क्लिक कर देना है। वेलकम टू गूगल कोलैब बोल देते हैं, क्लिक कर दिया यहाँ पे, देखो सीधा आ गया, और कुछ करना नहीं है, इट्स देयर ओनली। रिसेंट कुछ नहीं करना है। न्यू नोटबुक, देखो नीचे न्यू नोटबुक, बाकी मैं किसी में आपको वापस नहीं लेके जाना चाहता, जस्ट न्यू नोटबुक क्लिक कर दीजिए। इनिशियल टाइम में लोड लेगा थोड़ा, ओके, एट इनिशियल पॉइंट इट विल टेक लोड बिकॉज सब लाइब्रेरीज उसके साथ में होते हैं। ओके, दैट्स वाई। सो यहाँ पे क्या करना है आपको, रिलीज नोट आया कुछ, देखो अपडेट हुआ है, अगेन मेक श्योर टू रीड इट। अभी के लिए नहीं पता दिस, जैसे है इंपोर्ट pandas एज पीडी। ओके, इसको जैसे हम क्या करते हैं यहाँ पे ना, ऊपर जाके रन करते तो यहाँ पे रन करना है नोटबुक की जगह, यहाँ पे इसे रन कर दिया, देखो रन हो रहा है। सो कनेक्टिंग Python 3 गूगल कंप्यूट इंजन बैकएंड है, ये चल रहा है उसमें बैक एंड में।
One more question. Once we have uploaded these libraries, so repeatedly हमें वही वही लोड नहीं करना होता है क्या फिर बाद में?
नहीं नहीं, यहाँ पे तो करना ही नहीं पड़ता है, एक बार
नहीं
सी
नहीं,
ये।
यहाँ पे नहीं, स्पाइडर नोटबुक पे या फिर स्पाइडर या फिर जुपिटर नोटबुक की बात कर रही हूँ मैं।
नहीं नहीं, देखो अभी जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से कि मैंने यहाँ पे इंपोर्ट एक बार पांडास कर दिया है, पांडास पीडी,
हम्म।
जब तक मैं मेरा ये क्लोज नहीं करता आईडी, तब तक आप कभी भी यूज करो, आपको वापस करने की जरूरत नहीं है। क्यों, क्वेश्चन होगा ऐसे क्यों, क्योंकि ये लाइब्रेरी जो है ये आपके रैम थ्रू यूज हो रहा है ना, इट्स नॉट यूजिंग योर स्पेस, है ना, तो रैम में क्या होता है, एक बार क्लोज कर दोगे खत्म, सब चला जाएगा।
Okay.
ओके, सेम गोज विद दोस, अगर सिस्टम क्लोज कर दोगे तो फिर से
So
आपको वहां से
every
होगा।
time when we open the new file, so we have
यस
to
यस,
import that library.
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली। देखो आपके सिस्टम का डिटेल्स भी बताता है यहाँ पे। ओके, सिस्टम का डिटेल्स वो भी बताएगा कि भाई कॉम्पेटेबिलिटी क्या है, कैसी है। अगेन यहाँ पे आपको लेट्स से कनेक्ट टू लोकल रन टाइम, चेंज रन टाइम, रन टाइम टाइप। हाँ, ये जो चेंज करोगे रन टाइम तो आपके सीपीयू की जगह ना वो लेगा T4 जीपीयू। जीपीयू का मतलब क्या है, अगेन आपके सीपीयू पे वर्क नहीं करेगा, सर्वर पे है ना, हम क्या है गूगल कोलैब पे सर्वर पे है, तो सर्वर पे जो उन्होंने T4 जीपी लगा, चेंजिंग रन टाइम एट्रीब्यूट्स में टर्मिनेट योर करंट सेशन, हाँ कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, प्लीज गो अहेड। तो ऐसे में क्या होगा कि आपका सिस्टम पे लोड ना लेते हुए वो क्या करेगा, आपके सर्वर पे ऑनलाइन पे वर्क करेगा, तो फास्ट काम करेगा। जैसे कि अभी उसने टाइम लिया था पांडा जन, अब मैं रन करता हूँ देखो यहाँ पे, तो अगेन यहाँ पे क्या होगा, थोड़ा फास्ट रन करेगा, देखो यहाँ पे वो उतना उसने फास्ट रन किया। सो क्या होता है कि आपके सिस्टम पे लोड ना लेते हुए टीपीयू टीपीयू पे मतलब